Just put but don't put who I was talking about.
Beep.
What's up, fancy hairdressers? Welcome back to another episode of This Is a Bad Idea podcast. I'm your host, Jacob Kahn. This is the person that is usually with me.
Oh, that's a little side curveball there.
I'm allowed to change it too.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know that we have to keep saying the same thing every single time we start.
Is that a thing though? That's like a thing that podcasts do. What's your name?
Oh, Ben. Hello.
It's Ben. Hello. And
yeah, I guess
that's a thing that podcasts do.
I think it is.
Like as I think about Nate, he says, "Hello, folks."
Let's go, folks.
Then they change it to "Let's go, folks," and people don't like
forth.
that. No one likes a "Let's go, folks." Everyone likes a "Hello, folks."
Well, not to get into the weeds of another podcast business.
Yeah, well,
but the reason why he didn't want it to be that is because so many people just regular life walk up and say "Hello, folks," and they don't. It's like
they want it to be more authentically their podcast.
If you say "Let's go, folks," that makes no sense, and no one would just arbitrarily say that. So it's confusing when just like your waiter comes up and says "Hello, folks." They're like, "Ooh, does that mean this is a listener of our show?"
It doesn't.
And then then they said they were gonna do like a call and response, like "Hello, folks," and then your response is like "Let's go, folks," and then that's how you would know.
Ah, it's like a secret handshake.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? And I know that this is not the case either. But anytime I hear someone go, "Oh, this is a bad idea," I'm like, "Oh, it's because of the podcast," even though it is just a phrase.
Must be a loyal listener of ours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like someone on the radio or something that I hear.
Yeah. Well, anyway, go listen to the Nateland podcast anywhere you can download podcasts.
It's a good one.
Great show.
One of my favorites.
Funny. Start off with comments. We could try to steal that.
Well, they've got a pretty sweet setup, and we are We've upgraded our setup pretty awesomely.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Even though you can't see it, you can see it. They can't.
I can see it,
but
it's just over here, out of frame.
We got a massive television here now, and the point of that is because in some of these videos that nobody watches, we're looking down at our phones every now and again to do the hair in the news and stuff.
Yeah, and just because like it's a little boring sometimes, so you have to get distracted,
Because you're just texting.
Yeah, just
I'm like, what are you doing? And Ben is like watching the game.
Yeah,
or something.
Yeah, the Braves game on or something.
You went to the Brave Stadium the other day. How was that?
Oh boy, it was hot. We went.
I was gonna ask. That's why I was asking.
On this past Sunday, and we're in the middle of, I think a countrywide heat wave. Maybe
is it countrywide? Because
maybe, I don't know.
It is ridiculously hot outside. I hate it. That's why my hair is up. If you're watching, you can see that.
Yeah, it has taken over the South for sure.
Yeah.
It is hot as balls.
They're like, it's 95, but with the heat index, which I guess is like the opposite of wind chill.
Yeah.
The heat index, it's 110. And you're like, that's not legal.
Yeah, it doesn't
that's
seem
ridiculous.
Right. Let's have a look right now. I'll divert my eyes down to my phone, just like we said we're not supposed to do anymore.
Let's get it pulled up here.
Oh, yeah, let's try that.
Get that phone out of
See
here.
if Todd can go ahead and pull up the actual
Oh my God, is that what Atlanta
versus...
looks like right now? The Mojave Desert or something?
This is going to be a real-time temperature check of...
Types in the word real-time.
Real-time temperature check. Atlanta, Georgia, right now. It is, according to...
96.
theweather.com, I guess.
96 degrees.
But what does it feel like, weather?
Does it say that? Is it going to give us the heat index?
Oh, it has
46% humidity. Does that mean that it's only 64% away or 54% away from being like underwater?
Yeah, maybe. It looks,
God, look at that map.
Hot. It looks hot.
That is a ridiculous map if I've ever seen one.
Change the thing that says temperature to feels like.
Is that an option on there?
I bet it is. Oh boy,
feels
look at
like
that.
It's like this.
108 over in Nashville.
Everything got even hotter. This is crazy.
Little Rock, Arkansas, 106.
Man, you're right that it is countrywide, it looks like, because even like, where is that? Garden City. Where's that?
In New Jersey.
No, but I mean, that's all the way over here. It's like Wyoming or something.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
It's like Oklahoma City. Emporia. Never heard of that. Emporia.
Wow, yeah. there's a lot of places that are 100 at least. And
Man.
actually, it looks like, well, Tallahassee is winning right now at 110, but we're coming in
110.
second at 106.
That is
It's pretty
freaking
hot.
ridiculous.
Kind of hot.
You think, is this something that's happening globally?
Uh,
This warming?
I don't think so. I don't think that's real.
This is a Bad Idea Podcast, now known as being climate change deniers.
Yeah.
I don't think it wasn't me. That's what it means to be a climate change denier. It wasn't my fault. I didn't do that. I deny that.
Well, if you're listening to this show at any time, just use weather.com, not a sponsor, to take a peek and see what it looks like on there. They show you a nice red picture because it's real hot and it makes you feel like it's even hotter.
And it's normally not this bad. I mean, like, I don't know that it is like just continuously getting worse and worse, right? But maybe it is. Is the whole world?
Yeah, let's zoom out. It looks like it's cold over in, it's only 36 over in Narscott, Greenland.
Yeah, that can't be global warming then, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's freezing up there.
When you look at Antarctica, it doesn't say anything hot at all.
Yeah, looks like
Nord.
Discovery Harbor over at the North Pole is 33. They're doing great.
What is that? Kasuk? I can't even say that.
Mm,
Kasudik.
Yeah, that's over by Greenland, I guess. That's looking like north of Canada.
Even looking at Alaska, it's like 75 in Alaska. And there's a place called Mayonnaise right there in Canada. Mayo.
23 in Port Hope, Alaska. That's cold.
That is pretty cold.
Yeah, what are you doing if it's 23 in
the summer?
June?
Is there a different summer? There's areas of the world it's winter right now, right?
Yeah.
Like it goes summer, winter, opposite areas? Or is that made up?
No, it's northern and southern hemisphere. I think they do it opposite.
So it's not east and west?
No.
It's north and south?
I
Okay.
think so.
So it's technically winter somewhere. And
in Australia. Let's have a peek at
see
Australia's weather and see what they're up against right now.
Because it's pretty hot over there year round, I would think, right?
Oh boy, if you head over to Sydney, you're looking at 52 right now.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Look at everywhere else in the world, blisteringly hot. And then you go to Australia and it's 48 degrees.
Cape Town, South Africa, 55.
They don't even have New Zealand on this map.
Yeah, they do. It's just so cold you can't even see it.
It's frozen. New Zealand is frozen.
It's right there.
This map looks flat. At least it's pretty accurate. At least they're not trying to trick us with this round Earth nonsense.
Yeah, well, if the TV was round, it would look round.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, then that would be, again, we're being lied to by the government. That's what it is.
Yeah,
I heard that. I saw a documentary about it on YouTube.
I think that's why they made all the TVs flat.
Mm-hmm. It's a great point.
Until they came out with the curved one, but you see how that got squashed.
Nobody uses the curved TV.
Yeah.
That was not.
Because that was the truth.
Did you ever?
It got squashed.
The Illuminati came and took all the curved TVs. They're like,
They're like, nah, we're not going to let people see a picture of the Earth on this curve.
Now I'm confused at which part is lie. Which part are we suggesting is the lie? Is it round or is it flat? Which one are they trying to keep from us? That it's round Earth? Not even round. It's not even. It's not that it's round, right? It's that it's spherical.
Something that's curved
Not
is
just
round
circular.
Eventually, I guess.
What do we got going here? Something about to happen.
Now
I like it. We're getting used to our new setup, but I do like it. It feels like it's a little more interactive. We've got
and now what's going to happen is we're going to be paying even less attention to our talk that we're doing and more to
we're just watching TV.
Yeah.
Now you just guys listen to us and watch a movie together.
Yeah,
and talk about the movie that we see.
Well, there are lots of podcasts that do that. Just watch a movie and talk about it. We could
do
certainly do that.
Do you listen to any of those?
Sure.
What do you listen to?
Tig Notaro and Cheryl Hines have one about
really?
documentaries. It's very good. They watch a documentary every week and then talk about it.
But they don't watch it and talk about it.
Not
on
the show, no. But they have watched it previously and then they talk about it.
I like Tig Notaro's stand-up. It's good.
She's so funny. And of course, How Did This Get Made? Probably the best one. And they watch
talking about how movies were created.
Well, they talk about how did this movie is so bad that how did it get made? Like they watch notoriously terrible movies and then they make fun of how bad they are.
Like, did you watch? I've actually never seen it, but there's a lot of people who have watched a movie called The Room.
Oh, sure, of course.
I figured that is right up your alley.
Exactly,
The Room.
that is
like
exactly
something
it,
that's so ridiculous, so awkward and bad that you just love it.
Yes, of course. I've seen it a million times, and there's documentaries about it. There are further, it goes deep.
And isn't there a James Franco thing about it, or has that all just been obliterated from the planet now?
Oh yeah, I don't know if you're allowed to talk about that anymore. I guess. But in one time, he did make a movie. I think
Where he pretends to be the
possibly
guy
made.
from The Room, right?
Yeah, James Franco is the actor, and he like the whole story of The Room is this man called Tommy Wiseau is like an actor, producer, writer. He's like a person that does every job.
And he is all of these
He's
things
trying to-
actually?
Well, no, I mean he's trying to be famous.
Yeah,
you know?
he's trash. He's horrible.
He's nobody. But then he made a stupid movie, and it was so bad. You know, like it's one of those cult things, like so bad that it became popular. And then he like tries to like retroactively act like, yeah, I did that on purpose. You know,
But he didn't.
but of course he didn't, and you can totally tell. And there's another fellow that's lesser known, but even more exciting, I would say, called Neil Breen. And if you go on the
What is
internet,
Neil Breen?
just look him up. Neil Breen, he has, I think, 6 movies, and he is like, you know, he does
Horrible?
the special effects, he does the film, he does the light, he
What are
does
the
the
effects
catering.
like? It's like on a puppet or something?
No, you just have to see it, really. You need to Google a movie called Twisted Pair. That's a good one of his.
Okay.
And he plays his own brother, you know. And
Ben will watch
it's amazing.
these movies that are
Yeah.
just so horrible. And I'm like, hey, you wanna watch Spider-Man or something? And you're like, no. Fuck Spider-Man and fuck you.
yeah,
We're
that's
not
not real.
And this
Yeah.
man playing his own brother and himself all at the same time?
Yeah, but you could have a brother. You have one.
Yes, but I am not able to be him in the same room as me.
Yeah, well, that's only because it's a movie. He's not trying to do that in real life.
So it's a sci-fi. I was going to ask. I was like, I think it'd be a funny segment for us to do, where we watch a movie that you hate.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a synopsis of it or something. But like previously, we watch a movie that you are going to hate, and then we
Yeah.
talk about it on here together.
Okay.
Where I love it so much,
Okay.
you know, and then you're like, I have some really ones that you would just hate so bad that I would really love. That you and Shelby would actually agree. She hates all of them too. But
Well, I'll tell you the problem with each one of them.
All
It's
right.
the same problem, and it's
so this
it's
is it right here.
universal.
So we don't even have to do it. This is how you'd wrap it up. Like, let's say that we just watched.
Yeah, you can name anyone.
Let's see. We just watched an entire season of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wow.
No, we'll do another one. Let's see, because I actually didn't watch all of that, so I can't give a good example of it.
And I have a newly interesting connection to that.
Oh yes, I forgot.
So of course I love that one.
Yeah, we love that because there's a client that's on that show.
And I love it so much. I've seen every episode now, and it's perfect. And
I totally
would
forgot.
never have any problem with any of it.
Let's see. I make you watch Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal, where it's all puppets.
Oh, well, I
And-
can appreciate Jim Henson because
You
he
can't-
actually put some effort
What?
in.
What do you mean? So you don't think that? Okay,
He
we'll
built-
we'll
he
make
built
it
the
easy.
puppets,
We
yeah.
watch an Avengers movie.
Yeah, okay.
That's where you hate it,
Yeah.
and that had some effort put in. I'm sure of it.
I'll buy some computer people, maybe.
Jim Henson didn't hand build all these puppets.
I think you may have.
I don't think that's true. There's very many puppets in
Yeah.
this movie.
Have you ever been over to the Center for Puppetry Arts?
I have. I've been through the Jim Henson
Yeah, it's
Museum.
pretty
I
neat.
love it. I
Yeah,
like
it's
any
pretty-
all. I'll say I love all puppets, but no, I do. I do like puppet stuff.
I do
I like
like
the Labyrinth. Jim.
yeah.
I like the Dark Crystal.
I like practical effects. You know, I like that stuff. That's why I like the old Star Wars and stuff. I think that's cool.
Oh, okay, so you do like the old Star Wars. I was wondering
Yeah,
if are you
yeah.
watching Obi-Wan?
No, but I do like Ewan McGregor, and I would watch
Do you like
it.
Hayden Christensen?
I don't go either way on him. I guess we could see what happened.
And I'm just happy that he's working. You know, there's so many of these actors from when we were younger that are all of a sudden returning now. You know,
Yeah.
like the original Spider-Man, Toby is back
Oh, yeah.
as Spider-Man again, and I hear they may give him another role. They give Hayden Christensen is which is kind of shitty when you really think about it. He is Darth Vader in this new series, you know, because he plays Anakin,
Yeah.
becomes Vader, but
Well,
James
the
Earl
old guy's
Jones
dead.
is still doing the voice. No, he's still alive. He's like 90-something years
But
old.
isn't the person that was him is a different guy than the voice though, right?
No, I think. I don't know. No one know whoever the person inside the suit before
I guess that
was.
doesn't matter, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but James Earl Jones is still doing the voice,
Well,
but they
that's
got
cool.
Hayden Christensen in the outfit.
Yeah, James Earl Jones has a nice voice.
But it's just hilarious to be like, this is what you're doing now? You just got a mask on, like walking around, like that's all you're doing, just walking.
Yeah.
Walking and standing and pointing.
Yeah, well, he's rich, probably.
Choking people with your mind or whatever. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably doing all right. You know, a few of those, I mean, maybe if you work it out right, you get royalties from all that stuff and you stay rich forever.
Yeah.
You know? But we do have a few. Well, we won't name drop all of our world famous clients that we have, but there's a musician client that we have that has a very, very popular song that was like everywhere. You could not avoid this song. And I asked them about it, and they were like, we didn't make any money off that. None.
I think music is probably harder than acting for that.
You said, because I'm sure all these studios, their goal is to get you to sign something that means that you don't make any money moving forward, because they want the money.
That's right.
And like this song is like freaking
and they're
everywhere.
probably better at it because they have a lot of lawyers and a lot of practice. At screwing you.
They got a million
as an
lawyers.
Artist.
And she was saying we're saying, I don't want to reveal who it is. I don't want any hints to be given out about who this is. But they were saying that
it's Elvis.
Yes, it is Elvis. It's the ghost of Elvis.
He did get screwed out of a lot of money.
Did he?
I think so. There's a movie about him coming out. I think you could watch it. Coming up. I saw a preview for it because I went to the movies the other day, actually.
You did? Go to the movies?
Yeah.
What did you see at the movie
Only
theater?
the second time.
Oh, yes. I know what you saw.
Since the Rona times.
So you saw
the
new Top Gun.
Yeah,
Which I have never seen the original Top Gun. How is the soundtrack the same? They putting in like starts off with like ridiculous 80s stuff.
All 80s. It's good. It's I mean, if you think the old Top Gun is good, you will think it's good.
But that's the thing is I didn't watch the original Top Gun, and now I feel like I can't go back and watch the original Top Gun because it's like gonna be cheesy and you have to like be part of it in the moment, or it's not very good.
Yeah, that's I don't know. It's kind of true. Maybe it's hard to say.
You think so?
I think it's fine. I mean, it wasn't that great. It's just that there was a lot of,
Sweet
airplanes and stuff. And that's what this is. It's like, I don't even know if there's really a story, but there's a lot of cool airplanes.
There's no story. It's just like airplanes taking off and landing. You just Google it. You didn't even go to the theater.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Just watch videos of that.
There's speaking of practical effects, there's a lot of really great, real stuff that's happening that they're filming.
Like
flying? In that way, it's cool. Yeah.
Flying. Real stuff like flying.
Yeah. They do a lot of neat tricks in there.
If you believe that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I assume that when we get in those planes, they move the earth around us. And the plane stays on the ground, and we just the movie screen that they use to show the sky here on the flat Earth,
like on Harry Potter World or something.
Harry Potter World,
like the ride at Universal Studios.
Do you like that? You do. You like that too, which makes there's a lot of inconsistencies going on here. That you like a Harry Potter, but you don't like. Do you like Starship Troopers? Did you see that?
No. I did not see it.
I have a feeling you might like Starship Troopers. You might like Starship Troopers. That is probably top 5 movies of all time for me. Spaceballs is also great. Love that. But that's just because it's Mel Brooks. Anything Mel Brooks is very good.
Yeah,
I wonder what the age of our audience is watching this, if they have any idea who Mel Brooks is.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. Like we're just talking into the void right now. They're like, we have no clue what y'all are talking about. Yeah. Whoever Mel Brooks is.
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
You think so?
Yeah. Nobody knows who it is.
Well, we just got off on a crazy movie tangent, but I kind of like that. I sort of think that I could do a whole podcast on movies all the time because I do like and watch a lot of movies,
Well, and just so that I can put a pin in the thing that the reason why I hate all.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's put your closer.
Movies and stuff is because there are no stakes. That's it.
What do you mean there are no? These characters are living and dying and loving and all sorts of stuff.
That's not true. None of them die ever. All of them are invincible.
That is not. What do you mean? Almost all of the original Avengers are dead now in the story.
Oh yeah, well wait till the next movie comes out. They'll all be back.
You might be right about that because they made a multiverse.
It's freaking stupid. There's no stakes.
Pick characters out of the multiverse and just have them wherever you want them.
It's so boring. You just have to watch them battle each other for 2 hours. Actually, 3 hours now.
You know what? How I watch these? You could take the plot away and just be like, round 1, this character versus that character for an hour.
Yeah, when you just put Mortal Kombat on and just watch the demo over and over. It's the same thing, which I do think is fun.
Yeah, I would do that. I've watched. I've looked up just all the theatrical parts
Oh
of the
yeah,
game.
that really is funny.
And like watch all that. You know?
Okay, maybe I'm coming around, but still, I do think that there are no stakes.
What games have you done? You just for Mortal Kombat? Is that like one in particular that you like?
You know, when they make the finishing moves crazier and crazier.
Oh yes. I
Like
watch
all the
all
new ones?
the yes, all the fatalities.
Yes.
I will watch all of that.
So funny. They
All
just
right, well,
rip your head right off and everything.
that's what we're doing with movies. Let's see what's going on in the rest of the world, or so the hair world, with hair in the news. Hair in the news, everybody. I've got an article here from boredpanda.com.
Wow, I never heard of that. This
Neither have I.
publication
We've got a
before.
pretty nice animation of a panda that doesn't look that bored, to be honest, there at the top.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. He's totally bored.
This is from 2 days ago. It says 50 times people spotted such tragic hair accidents that they had to just share them in this online group.
Okay.
Which seems it's a little ambiguous. This online group? What is this online group?
The group's called boredpanda.com.
I feel like these are not going to be accidents, right? These are going to be very intentional hair do's.
Beauty fails.
Yeah? All right, let's see. No one is immune to getting a bad haircut. As much as we all wish to confidently leave the salon feeling like we just stepped out of the cover of our favorite magazine, this isn't always the case. They're right about that. We're sometimes bound to quietly watch in horror as a hairstylist chops off our locks,
No.
leaving us with the hilarious hairdo gone way wrong. No, you're not. I'll say that. No, you're not. Like, you can just go, hey, stop. Right? Have you ever had that happen? Anyone ever stop you in
I've
the middle?
never heard of that happening.
I've never had it happen either, but I have heard of it happening. Of someone stopping in the middle and deciding to leave.
No, you haven't.
But just if you're a client out there that happens to be listening, you don't have to sit in horror as someone
Yeah, I
chops
guess
your
that's
hair
true.
off. Like, you can do something.
Yeah, you can grab the scissors and cut their hair off.
Yeah, you grab them back and you stab them.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that.
All right. We don't advise that. You could, is all I'm saying, but we wouldn't suggest that you do. Then we get this overwhelming urge to hide all the mirrors and stay indoors until our beloved strands grow back.
Or
This is
put on
dramatic.
a hat.
This is dramatic.
Yeah.
But since we don't have time machines to take us back and erase it all, we can at least poke fun and have a good laugh at our cringeworthy moments. This is where the "Is this your client?" Instagram comes in. Oh, is this your client?
Of course, yeah.
So
It's a classic one.
So that's the online hair group that they're talking about. And you know what? I know some hairdressers that we know that are big, famous hairdressers that have their work has been on this.
Is that right?
Is this your client? Yep.
Well, is it?
Now I'm really excited to go through these and see
If we
do we
it
know
is?
who did any of these. Let's go
Okay.
down. Let's just get to these pictures. There's a few pictures here. Number
Okay.
one is it's a freaking guinea pig with bangs.
Okay.
So this is not even a human being. This is a literal guinea pig that someone has cut bangs onto. It has got the guinea pig has a wolf cut.
Yeah, it looks pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. The fact
Looks
that you had enough hair to do it, that's great. And he probably is enjoying it because now it can see better. You know?
Yes.
I assume that guinea pig could not see a moment ago if that hair was in its eyes.
Yeah, I guess if it was as long as the chops on the side and he couldn't see.
That's why I say it's a wolf cut, because it's got the bangs in the front and then it's got the other line around the
Yeah.
cheekbone, which is sort of indicative of this wolf cut.
Okay.
All right, so let's go to the next
I'm
one.
with it.
That has 339 points somehow. Oh my God,
Okay.
what is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
This man, this is a picture of a man who tried to smuggle $34,000 worth of cocaine under his toupee at the airport. Do we recognize this symbol behind him? Like what airport that might be?
No.
No? But this is basically like he's got a whole like key of coke on his head here that he's like smashed out and then just set a toupee on top of it to try and hide it. He could have done better.
Yeah, that's not really working.
I would have thought that he would have tried harder. That's a lot of money to lose.
Yeah.
Is that why the
don't
party
look
got canceled last week? This guy got caught?
good.
Oh, here we go.
Wow,
Number
that's a
3.
good one.
That's a beauty right there.
Incredible.
This
The
is
length on that one.
what would you describe this, Ben? What do you see?
This is a very sexy lady. That's how I would describe her.
Okay.
She has like a poof ball, like
Rod Stewart layer on the top.
yeah, total like 80s kind of claw top. probably maybe 2 inches long, uniformly cut.
Uniform layer. She got the state
I
board
would
haircut on
say-
the top.
It probably was pulled through a cap for sure,
Okay.
frosted,
Mhm.
in a perfect round shape.
A beautiful
She
frosted
has
tip.
some nice glasses on, and then from about just below the crown, all the way through the back, it reaches till out of the frame, like
Oh my
the
gosh, you're
most
right.
luscious Crystal Gale type of smooth hair.
It's got a beautiful
Long.
highlight, low light as well.
Yeah, I would call it extensions, but there's no way there's extensions that are that long.
Would you call this a mullet? This is a mullet.
Oh, it is, yes.
So
Definitely.
it's from the crown down, not even occipital down, nape down, crown down in the back. It goes all the way to the floor, perfectly smooth and straight, which I assume this person has spent some time straightening it.
Oh, a lot of time. And I would say this appears to be taken in a Target store.
It does look like a Target. You can tell from the color scheme of the background.
Yeah, so I think this is a very attractive lady from maybe I would call it the Deep South in a Target.
This business in the front, Rapunzel in the back. That's pretty accurate.
Okay, pretty good.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Here's our number 4. We've got a lady who she looks like you ever see Mars Attacks?
Mars Attacks, that's what I was going to say. That is what she looks exactly like.
She looks like the alien that dressed up as the sexy lady on Mars Attacks. That's got like the big round head to cover the round Martian hair, and it's just so good. But at the same time, while I'm like, I look at this and I go, wow, this is just like not a flattering thing. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I'm also like, how did you do it? It's impressive that it's coiffed so beautifully and perfectly into this immaculate round shape that gives. She's probably 5'1", and this makes her 6'3".
Yeah, it's tall and very, very smooth.
It is beautiful.
So I'm sure that if you touch that, it'd have a big back-combed rat's
Might
nest
cut
kind
ya.
of in the middle, but then it's like very soft and poofy on the outside.
You
and
think
that's how
soft? I would think it's sharp on the outside, like
well,
it's
no,
sort
you
of a
gotta
barbed
back-comb
wire.
it so much, and then you gotta comb it out.
Oh, you're right.
So it lays real.
So you think it's a
soft
back
and
comb?
smooth.
This is human hair, not a
big
wig.
time.
This is her hair.
Oh yeah, and her hair is probably like 3 feet long.
And it's just
And it's probably one length.
Marie Antoinetted into this
Yeah.
somehow. Wow.
I think
All right.
so.
Moving on. Okay, so here's someone trying to be business in the front, party in the back, but they actually have extensions. And it looks like someone, as if you put a kick me sign on someone's back, that someone just walked up and slapped some tape ends on the
that
back of
isn't
some lady's
even-
head.
That's not real.
Yeah, that's not even, they were joking. This is not anyone's client. This is self-done.
Yeah.
We'll move on from there. They have a couple cigarettes, so you know that they make good choices.
Oh, there's
Okay.
Tommy Lee.
Yeah. That's perfect. That's
This is
just
Tommy Lee.
another
from
tease-up
89.
job.
Yeah, whatever. That looks awesome.
We'll come down and see. Oh, I've had this haircut.
Oh, this is the one you've talked about.
This is the haircut
Even
that I've had.
recently in Salt Lake City, you mentioned it.
I'll tell the story on here just so that we this could be our closer really.
Okay.
So when I was in hair school, I asked one of our teachers for something. I said, I want a creative haircut. I want it to be creative, and they're like, okay, sit down. And what they did was they clipped up a rim around my like a bang in the front, and then around the parietal ridge area, they separated that out. My hair is it's like 2.5 inches long, something like that at the time. They separate that out. Everything underneath that, so the flats on the side of my head there, they take all that down to like a 2. They just scissor overcomb that all the way down to a 2.
Sounds nice.
Everything on the top, they take all of that down to a 2 as well.
That's where you get creative.
That's where it was very creative. And at the time, I was calling it the Friar Tuck. Because
what it looks
definitely looks like I've joined a monastery or something. And this is exactly what this lady looks like too. Like she's got this ridiculous, and hers is like a whole crazy color scheme because it's dark on the bottom, the disconnected rim that I mentioned, but she's dyed that blonde, and then a 1/4-inch band of dark, and then the whole top that is short, Friar Tuck style, is also blonde. So it's like we go dark, blonde, in sort of
creative
push-up pop kind of way. Looking absolutely wild, but I sympathize with her because I've had the same thing happen to me.
Yeah, but she probably brought a picture of you and said, "Give me this kid's look."
I wish there was a picture of that because I have talked about it many times and wish that I could prove that it actually happened. Maybe
you should screenshot this
and
finally
I'll just say
that it's you.
every time we tell the story, I'll just pull this lady up.
I bet our friend Todd could easily Photoshop your face onto
Yes, please. I would have made that'd be incredible. But yeah, so is this your client? Thanks for the
Pretty funny.
for the entertainment there. None of these are clients that we knew. You know,
Unfortunately,
I remember who it was on there. I'll say.
you're gonna dox them right now.
Yeah, we'll say right now because they know, they commented, and I backed them up. I was like, it's ridiculous that this is even on here because it was just like something a little creative or something like that, you know. But and it was like some wild colors, like a million colors, and it was like real shredded out, kind of like punk scene looking haircut, and it was Presley Poe.
Mm-hmm.
That was on Is This Your Client?
That's
and
funny.
I got on there and commented. I was like, "This is ridiculous. You don't know what you're talking about. This is like one of the greats that is on here that you're giving shit." Because I'm 100% sure that whoever's running Is This Your Client is not a hairdresser.
No way.
Wouldn't you say? You would agree?
Yes.
Not a hairdresser. But yeah, I think it should be a goal of ours to create and post some work
and try to get it on there.
On Is This Your Client?
Man, that would be fun.
That would be great. Maybe we get some wigs that we like chop up and make really awful, and some can get them on there.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. Well, we've got a live stream to do. You may have watched it. What day is it right now? Thursday. So if you watched a live stream at 5:20, 20 minutes late from when I said it was going to happen, but that's fine. Generally, I'm late. That's what happens because I'm doing color in the salon. I can't predict exactly how long things take with color. So we're gonna call this one a little bit early and get to this live stream. What do you say?
Okay, let's do that.
Happy Sunday, everybody. Bye.